Oh my gosh, we're back on old Route 66.
Okay, maybe not literally.
But we are back in Cars Land, which is the Disneyland version of Route 66.
Tomorrow officially begins my odyssey, my quest, my journey.
My vision quest, if you will, down actual old Route 66.
Today is my final day of preparations.
And what better place to prepare for going down actual old Route 66 than coming to Disney California Adventure and checking out Cars Land.
Look at this, it's like a miniature version of the actual Mother Road. You have the scenery out here.
Old Burma Shave style signs and cactus and rock formations. Old dilapidated wooden structures and junkyards. Vintage gas pumps.
Old school cruising speed limits, and look at this Quonset hut architecture.
We're gonna see plenty of this on the Mother Road, and of course, plenty of this.
Old hand-painted signs on brick buildings.
Unusual roadside motels.
We're gonna see the real-life version of this.
And the real-life inspiration for this.
And of course the real-life inspirations for this.
And Ramones, there's a real version of that out there.
And even, yes,
the Leaning Tower of Tires.
The real-life version is not actually made of tires, but there is something leaning on Route 66.
We're gonna see plenty of old signs.
Tons of old classic cars.
And yes, probably a cactus or two.
Now, like I said, this is preparation day for me.
So I don't have a lot of time to soak up the fun of Cars Land.
But I did want to come pick up a hint of the atmosphere.
You know, soak in a little of the 1920s, the 1930s,
1940s,
1950s,
maybe even some of that groovy 1960s and 70s vibe.
Of course, Route 66 is an American icon that lasted from the 1920s into the 1980s.
But obviously some parts of Route 66 are much, much older.
So it's not just a journey through roadside American history.
Or American highway history.
But American history itself.
Alright, I think I've soaked up enough atmosphere.
And now I really have to be getting back to the task at hand.
There's something in here I need before I can begin my journey.
For better or for worse, Route 66 will now always be associated with Disney Pixar cars.
So this is a must for the trip.
The Cars sunshade. You have to have that in your windshield.
Alright, I think I've done my duty.
So long, Radiator Springs. It's time for me to head out to the real thing.
Of course, now it's sunny outside out here. I spent all weekend here with my kid and with my girlfriend, of course, before I take off.
And it was cold and rainy and windy out here.
Now I just popped by for a thing, and of course it's perfect weather.
Oh well, see you later, Disneyland. I am going to go crazy on you when I come home.
I am intentionally missing the opening of the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride over there.
And I might even miss the opening of the Rivers of America at Disneyland again.
The thing is, as much as people think of me as a Disney guy,
one thing I am not is a crowd person.
An opening of brand new attractions tend to bring some.
That's why Avatar Land, Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe even Rivers of America, maybe not though, I might not be able to resist that.
I tend to leave the big grand openings to other people.
And I try to come back when I can actually enjoy them and have fun. Alright, time to go.
Gotta show you guys something. This wasn't my first errand of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, our carriage awaits.
Look at that. Look at that thing right there.
This is a Dodge, I forget what the heck it's called.
Hold on just 1 second, just hold that thought, sort of embarrassing. A Dodge Journey!
Now, it was a hard decision, but I decided to rent a car for the trip.
This one time, I went to Area 51, and a rock came up and hit my air compressed thing for the air conditioning.
Cost me $1,500 to replace.
The deductible on my insurance, if I rent a car and it gets damaged, is only $500.
Which means that if my trip is long enough, it's actually cheaper for me to rent a car, especially in case of any kind of accident,
than it would to take my own car. Not only that, but of course, the miles on my car versus the miles on someone else's car.
And not only that, if this car breaks down, then Hertz has to come bring me a new car.
If my car breaks down somewhere in the middle of nowhere and it takes forever to get apart, I'm stuck there. So we don't want that to happen.
Now, of course, I was trying to rent a much smaller car than this.
But when I showed up to the rental place, all the cars that I wanted were completely gone, so they had to upgrade me to this gargantuan beast for free.
Which is pretty cool in some ways. More leg room, more luggage room, more room in general.
Much worse on gas mileage though, so it will end up costing a little bit more money, but still.
I've never driven a Dodge before in my life, so what a new experience for me.
Then we got this sunshade over here. Gotta stick this on there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. See what we got here. A little sunshade action.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Now he's got a little personality.
Since you shall be our chariot and guide down Route 66,
I will call you Jiminy.
because you should always let your conscience be your guide.
Awesome. Well, don't need that right now. Don't need it till later. Don't need it.
Now it's time for the traditional pre-trip festivities of driving across Orange County. And back to the traditional Randomland Adventures Supply Depot. By the way, did you notice my cool patch? Allie sewed my cool patch on my cool jacket for me. It's a cool patch. Double cool, because it's cool patch, cool jacket, cool patch, cool jacket, cool patch! Oh yeah, it's storage time. Never feels like a trip's begun until I've come down here to the laboratory. This is where I have all of my top men working on my different various projects. Who? Top men. Oh, okay, let's see what else we got in here. Let's see. Need that. Let's see, might want one of those. Let's see here. I don't think I need any fountain of youth water. Nope. I think for the moment I've pretty much got what I need here. I've got my road trip box here with various food, pots, pans, type of thing, my little portable stove. And no journey would be complete without a cooler. I don't know how long my family's had this little Coleman cooler, but from the looks of it, a while. Luckily, I have a little more time to organize than I normally would, not only because I have the rental car a little earlier than I'm leaving the area, but because the beginning of Route 66 is only a few miles from my house. I can organize a little tonight, start filming Route 66, come home, sleep in my own bed, get a little more organization before we actually, bail for the East and Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like a good old-fashioned American road trip. So you guys were questioning, why would you need a frying pan that can be cleaned out in a hotel room sink? Most hotels don't have stoves. Maybe not most hotels, but most Justin's guides have stoves. I usually can't eat restaurant food, so I cook my own food. I make my own rules, and I wear my own prescription glasses. You know, speaking of these glasses, I actually got those from Ripley's, believe it or not. The company gave them to me when I visited their headquarters in Florida. I was just thinking, I don't think there's any Ripley's, believe it or not, on Route 66. On any of those cities. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll just have to find out. So far, so good, by the way, with the suggestion page, justinscar.com/suggestions. It's a much easier method for me to remember what kind of different places people are telling me to go to. Every time I travel, every time I'm about to start traveling, every time that I'm on the road, people are always trying to let me know about some new change or some really cool place I should go. Or they're trying to tell me about how they own a gluten-free restaurant in Poughkeepsie or whatever it may be. But the thing is, I almost never see those suggestions until I come back, because they fall down to the bottom of the comments or they sink down to the bottom of the email list or whatever it is. So this map is a new, better way for me to look at where I'm about to go and go, hey, you know what, that is a good idea, I should go there. And by the way, I should mention, that is my website, justinscard.com. 2 R's, not scared. Literacy is important. All right, I got a bunch of supplies here. And now something that I've been putting off for a while. I really gotta go back home to the circle and get me a haircut. And here we go. Good thing I know a licensed cosmetologist who lives very close to me. Super close. You live so close to me that at night I can hear you breathing. Yeah, Allie had to come to Paris with me, and now she's back. She needs a job. She needs a job. Voila! Haircut. Nice and fresh. Oh, that feels so much better. Oh no! It feels itchy. Itchy! Shower! Oh yeah, that seems a little cleaner than what was going on before. Well, I don't know if you can ever be fully prepared for a trip like the one we're about to take, but at least after today, I'm somewhat prepared.
So I suppose we've done our duty, and I can finally go home and sleep well.